Niknax.net. If you are over on Facebook or YouTube, I am here on Niknax today, and that is what I am talking about. So you can come and join us. It's www.niknax.net. This is what we're going to be talking about. We are currently live. So if you're watching the replay and you're like, why is she taking so long to get to the point? That's the reason. I'm live. Go find a green rose. I know. I had green on this morning, and then I was like, that's not really me. And then I was like, I'm going to go change. So I think effort was put in, and then I was like, okay. I feel like I should get credit for the effort. Anyway, let me get my computer booted up here, and we will get started with coffee chat. I hope you are all ready. My computer just shut off. It's not having it today. Coffee, yes, but you have to be over here on Niknax.net in order to enjoy the buy it now. I've got some really great items in the buy it now, as a matter of fact. I don't think that's going to work for us. A little concerned. My computer definitely needs some coffee. Actually, it shut down once, and I was like, well, I don't know what's going on there. And then I got it back on and up and running, and now it's shut off again. Oh, it's not even turning on. It was kind of on. Oh, there it goes. It was on its last leg anyway. This is like 2 computers ago. Thank you very much. Thank you. For those of you who are just hopping on over on Facebook and YouTube, today we are on Niknax.net, and that is what we were talking about. So if you'd like to join us, you got to come over here and join us on Niknax.net. One last time before we get started, because I'm going to pull up my notes. We're going to jump right into it. It's www.niknax.net. This is where we are. This is what we were talking about today. Yes, I know you shut down because of a problem. I understand that. I am aware. Thank you. All right, we are getting powered up, and we are going to be good to go. So how is everybody today? How are you celebrating St. Patrick's Day? Are you having the corned beef and cabbage? Christina and I were just talking about that on the phone. You made your best sale yesterday? That is exciting. Congratulations. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, my hairdresser is going away for a month, and he was like, let's bring the bangs up because I don't know when I'm going to see you next. I was like, okay. But I kind of like them this way because you can see my eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, you're just going to have to bear with me. I'm going to get us all set up on my computer, and then we're going to get started. So a little chit-chat doesn't hurt anybody. Planting strawberries today? Really? Is it time to plant strawberries? I was asking my sister that the other day. She was like doing like little seedlings, and I was like, is it time for that? Because I was thinking of maybe doing a little garden this year with the kids, and I was like trying to like gauge when it's time. In California, it's time. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, when do you start? Because I've never done it before in my life, but I wanted to give it a try, and I don't know how to do it. So this is going to be the year that I figure it out. But I'm also thinking it might be too early. It's like 30 degrees here. All right, so we are switching YouTube over to subscribers only, and then we're gonna get started. Yes, so as far as coffee chats go, I'm going to finish off March, and then probably next month we're going to switch to monthly throughout the summer, and then who knows, maybe fall we'll go back. I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see. Yes, you like my I love Coraline. I love Coraline. This was Juliet's favorite movie, and I've watched it 100 times with Juliet, and then it was Laurel's favorite movie. I watched it 100 million times with Laurel. Okay, so I'm gonna have a seat, and we're gonna get started. Warm enough to enjoy being outside. Well, I was enjoying being outside, and then it got really cold again. So I'm really confused as to what the weather is even doing. Yesterday, they were like, we're gonna get a tornado. Like, everyone was freaking out. There was like all of this like frantic posting on Facebook and everyone was losing their minds. Mom called me from Florida. She's like, you need to get, it wasn't this, I'm being dramatic, but she was like, you need to get in the basement. It wasn't like that, but it's kind of what it sounded like. She's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, Mom, everything's fine. I'm like, it is sunny out. Everything is fine. She's like, Jocelyn, you're not in Kansas anymore. There's no sirens to warn you. And I'm like, Mom, the sky, it's not even windy out. This is Pennsylvania. Everybody's just losing their minds. Having grown up in New England where we had giant snowstorms, and then lived in Kansas where we had tornadoes, and then here in Pennsylvania you get like this much snow and everybody is like, cancel the schools, everybody stay indoors, get your bread and your eggs, and it's wild. It's wild. So needless to say, the kids got out of school early. We went and had lunch. It was a beautiful day. But we had a little wind. Yes, if you are in Alabama, any of those states, you do need to be careful. I know. Yes, I love my mom. I love my mom very much. She was concerned. She called all the way from Florida because she was concerned. All right, so let's get started. Now that we've done all that chit-chatting, I am set up now. We can get started with our notes. If you're over on Facebook or YouTube, you got to come and join us on Niknax.net. This is what we're talking about today. My name is Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady. I own Niknax.net. We are an e-commerce marketplace. We have live selling, buy it now listings, multi-day auctions. We are very quickly growing. Hit another growth spurt here on Niknax. It's been amazing. Now that the weather's getting warmer, people are thinking about buying stuff. Obviously, I don't know what changed, but it's been a great couple weeks. So come and join us here on Niknax. We're going to get started. So we are currently at 57,109 members. We had quite a few new members join this past week. Ever since the Fenton event, we've just been on this upward trajectory. It's been pretty amazing. I feel like having anytime we have a huge event, it's just like this huge like boost to our marketplace. And so we're rolling now. We're rolling. I think, over the holidays and stuff, we all got kind of busy. But now things are picking up and it's just been amazing. We have quite a few new sellers. I'm not sure exactly how many, but I did add quite a few new sellers. I did also reject quite a few sellers. If you received a rejection from Niknax, please, I'm asking that you read your rejection. I have people get rejections, they get upset, they've been rejected from Niknax. But if you read your rejection, it will tell you to reapply with additional information. So please read your rejection. I have said it a million times before. I have only outright rejected maybe 6 people. I don't even think it's been 10 people, but I've only outright rejected maybe 6 people. And that's mostly because they've committed crimes. Like you Google them and it's like, hey, this person ran a shoplifting ring. Those are the types of people that I'm rejecting from Niknax. So, like outright rejecting. So please just read your entire email, and then reapply. That simple. So we currently have 5,604 sellers. And if you're trying to sell live animals, that's usually a rejection as well. That too. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, we currently have 120,600 listings. So make sure you go and check out some of those listings. You can do so by going to our homepage and using that search bar at the top. Check that out. Today is St. Patrick's Day. I know it doesn't look that way because I'm wearing blue. Hey, Sage. Good morning. So yes, today is St. Patrick's Day. Everybody enjoy your corned beef and cabbage, your Guinness, whatever it is you do to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Go enjoy that. Maybe you just eat a bunch of chocolate coins too. I mean, that's cool if that's your deal. Laurel was already eating chocolate coins this morning. I did have green on this morning. I had it on me. And then I was like, ooh, it's not really my color. Also, I was like, am I going to be able to read the comments? And then also, it's kind of cold today. I think I want to wear a sweater. And so then I changed. But I did have, and it's the thought that counts. I thought about it and then I didn't. But yes, happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. My mom used to make corned beef and cabbage every year, and I thought about doing that also. I thought about it, and then I was like, I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner. I'll have to think about that. But then I was like, maybe I should just go to the store and get some, and let my kids experience that. Anyway, are you guys? Is that what you guys are having? I feel like a lot of you are going to be having that. I find it to be salty, and I don't really like salty. Okay, so yeah, here we go. How do you celebrate? That's the next question. How do you celebrate? Do you watch a parade? Do you search for leprechauns? Do you eat Irish food and drink a Guinness? I was once in Dublin for St. Patrick's Day. That was fun. I got to watch the parade while I was in Dublin, and that was pretty cool. So that's one time how I celebrated St. Patrick's Day, and that was really, really great. I don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, I actually had my first Guinness when I was in Dublin for St. Patrick's Day. So I feel like that counts right there. See, I did that, so I get extra points. Okay, let me get over to Niknax, and we will do a search for St. Patrick's Day. Let's do. I don't call it St. Patty's Day. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. You don't do anything special because you're not Irish. Yeah, I don't think I am either. I don't know what I am, but I don't think that I'm Irish. All right, I'm going to turn you guys around. Let's see. All right, so I am here on Niknax. I'm going to go back. Niknax. I'm there. And then I just did a quick search for St. Patrick's Day, and here we are. I use this search bar right up here. So we've got lots of pretty earrings. I love the old postcards. I just think they are so fun. So I love seeing those in our search results. There's some really cute ones there. We've got our leprechaun. Really, really fun postcards there. But yeah, so you can go on there and check it out. Annalise, of course. Any holiday, you're going to get the Annalise. I like this one. I think this is my favorite right here. I don't know what the significance of this is, but I like the pig. Oh, there's another one. So obviously there is a pig for some reason. It's significant in some way. Somebody can explain that to me. Obviously, it's some sort of tradition that there needs to be a pig. All right. Very cool. Let me get back to our notes. Corn pork. Oh, is that a thing? All right. So, fun fact: 70%, the percentage by which cabbage shipments increase around St. Patrick's Day. You're welcome. Interesting. I wonder around New Year's for pork and sauerkraut, because I mean sauerkraut is also cabbage, so I wonder what that percentage is. We should look that up too, because that's a lot of cabbage too. Hired bleak day. Okay, updates. Make sure that your phone is updated. Always make sure that your phone is updated. You can do that in the App Store. If you see update, obviously you need to update. That's usually the giveaway right there. So make sure that you are updated. It'll either say open or it will say update. You want it to say open, not update. We have an update coming soon, so you're going to want to keep an eye on that. Oh yes, I was supposed to add to the guidelines last night. I did not. But we are going to be adding to the guidelines no handmade body products. This is something that we have talked about in coffee chat before. I know. Listen, I had Laurel kicking me in the face when you were on the phone. I don't know if you remember that. But she was literally kicking me in the face. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll add it to the guidelines. Yeah, okay, bye. And then it just didn't happen. because that's what was happening. So, but we're going to say no handmade body products. So we're kind of leaning into district for their guidelines as far as all of that. Um, yeah, just a little distraction. She was extra violent last night as far as like flailing. I mean, not purposely violent, but I mean, just the flailing was a little intense. Um, so, uh, we were kind of leaning it, like I said, we were leaning into district for their guidelines as far as handmade um, body products, like soaps, lotions, those sort of things. This is my concern. This is my concern with that is that if someone were to purchase something and I'm sorry, I got a text. And they were to, for instance, get like a chemical burn or something on their skin. I don't want it to come back on Niknax. I don't want that being brought back on Niknax. So I'm not really comfortable with, and it might be like if we let, and here's the issue: if we let one person do it, yes, we could say approvals, but honestly, how are we to know that those are the ingredients in there? You know what I mean? So I think just a blanket rule, like we just don't allow it right now. In the future, maybe, and we could say that it's something we will maybe readdress in the future. But for now, I think that handmade soy candles in vintage vessels. I think since that's not being applied to the skin, that's something we could consider. But if you could send me a message, we do have to run. Yeah, we would have to run that. See, I keep saying run it by district, but obviously they don't really have very many rules. We're kind of on our own with coming up with rules and guidelines. They have some rules, like you can't sell live animals. But I mean, when it comes to stuff like this, we kind of have to make our own decisions. So yeah, but I think that's my reason for the handmade body products is because liability and the issue of somebody potentially on a hamster. Somebody potentially, getting like a chemical burn or allergic reaction or something happening. Maybe the ingredients weren't mixed correctly or something like that. Did I say handmade body parts? I may have. I very well could have because I was distracted and I was looking over here at my drink for some reason. I don't know. It was a weird thing that I did. I don't know. I was distracted by this nonetheless for no reason. I was just did I? Yeah, I was thirsty, I guess, because I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm thirsty. I want to drink that. And then my mind was somewhere else while I was talking. Where else did I do that the other day? I was talking. I forget. I think it was a meeting I was in, maybe with Stage and with the Carlisle Fairgrounds, and I was saying something, and then I like spaced out on something else, and then I looked up, and everyone was looking at me really funny, and I was like, did what I just said? Did that make sense? Because I realized that I might have said something really weird. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for understanding. We're just keeping you on your toes, actually. Okay. Anyway, continuing on. Like I said, that might be, just let me summarize real quick. That might be something that we revisit in the future. But right now, I think that is going to be our policy. Because of my concern with liability. And who knows, maybe that's something that I take to my attorney and I talk to them and I'm like, okay, what is our risk as far as liability? And once I hear from them or whatever. But for now, without having spoken to my attorney about, what our potential risk and liability is, because maybe I have no liability. Maybe it, lands on district and maybe they're the ones that, hey, if something happens, it's on them. But yeah, okay. So send us a message, Silver Shoals, and we'll go from there. Yeah, we'll go from there. Okay. Let's talk about no politics in chat. I don't think we've ever put that in our guidelines because it's just like common sense. It's the same as if you're like going to a relative's house that during the holidays, there's certain things you just don't talk about. Obviously, it's just common sense. Things you don't talk about, right? But I realize that with our current climate, it's hard sometimes not to talk about things. But listen, guys, this is we're here to sell stuff. We're not here to talk about politics. We're not here to talk about religion. We're not here to talk about sex. None of those things at all. Just keep it off of Niknax. We're here to sell stuff. We're here to talk about vintage. A lot of people come here to escape the things that are going on in the world, and we don't need that here. We don't want it here. Keep it away. And you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I do think that is in our guidelines somewhere. Just like, let's focus on the task at hand. And just for the record, you as a seller have every right to be like, hey, we don't talk about that here. Hey, you know what? Let's not go there. And you don't have to be rude about it either. You could just be like, hey, you know what? Let's not go there. We're here selling stuff. The world sucks right now. It just does. But we don't have to talk about that here. We're here to sell stuff and buy stuff and just be a community. And it's just, we don't need that here. If you want that, you can go over on Facebook. It seems like it's everywhere on Facebook, but this is Niknax, and there's no reason for it here. Okay. So yeah. I think there's really nothing else to talk about there. Asking to promote. So asking to promote is the same as promoting. I've said that before. Don't be going into shows being like, hey, can I promote? It's the same as promoting. I've had people do that in my shows a million times before. And it's like, no. And what's really great is when it's other marketplace owners and they're asking to promote their marketplace. And I'm like, are you new here? We don't do that. Which actually, I don't even know if that's in here. But we have had issues. District is growing, and we are seeing other marketplaces pop up, and we are getting some of that traffic from other marketplaces, and we are seeing that a little bit. If you see that, please report it. We will ban it. Moderators, I could tell you this directly, but I'm just going to tell you, like, here, some of you are here. If you see other marketplace owners, other marketplace moderators, other people, just members promoting other marketplaces, just ban them, just boot them from Niknax. Because what we're seeing is when they're doing that in one sale, they're going to another sale, and they're just doing it repeatedly over and over and over again. Ban them from Niknax. Take a screenshot, ban them from Niknax. Let me know about it, and I'll deal with it later. But just ban them. Get rid of them. Yeah. So if they're promoting another marketplace, they don't belong here. So you can just ban them. Let's see. And then if there was like an act, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And I'll be like, no, did you read our guidelines? But yeah, I'll follow up with them. If they even reach out to me, I suspect, the one that we had an issue with the other day, I very, very, very much suspect that one, and if you know, was the actual marketplace owner themselves. I suspect. But that's another story. Anyway, let's see. We have a Niknax event. We have a Niknax event coming up in April for paperweights. Oh, I didn't even know that was the thing. Interesting. Okay, thank you, Michelle. Can you just? Oh, I know who you're talking. That I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about somebody else. But anyway, paperweights, April. We do have a paperweight event coming up in April. So I have been buying paperweights. I've been buying paperweights, getting ready for our paperweight event, which I'm really excited about. And I told you guys, if you're interested in the paperweight event, in being in the paperweight event, you want to start buying paperweights now. Even if you don't happen to get into the paperweight event, because obviously we have an interest sheet, and then we have like a lottery, so like you maybe get into it, you maybe don't, but I would suggest that you start curating now, because even if you don't get into the specific paperweight event, paperweight sales in general do well on Niknax. So save your paperweights, have a sale, but I would definitely suggest that if you have any interest in being in that event, that you start collecting your paperweights now, because it is happening in April. I don't think that we didn't actually nail down the dates. Christina was away this week, and we did not get together. We said we would, but we did not. she was away, and I didn't really think of it. But we do need to get that done ASAP. So possibly today we will get a date for that. Maybe. She was partying with her brother. And I don't even know what I was doing last week. I think I was just running around filming like a crazy person. Okay. Okay, another thing, and I say this, as we're growing, but I feel like I need to reiterate this. Our paperweight events are huge. They're really big. We have a lot of eyes on us as a marketplace and as an e-commerce site. It's very important that you are represented, just the same as Fenton. Very important that when you are selling your paperweights, that you are representing them to the best of your ability, to the best of our ability as a marketplace. And so I very much suggest that you post them. If you don't know what they are, first of all, don't assume that everything is Murano. I get a lot of like, oh, it's a paperweight, it's glass, it's Murano. Don't assume that it is something that it is not. That's number one. There are resources for you out there to post and ask questions. Always be respectful. Always be appreciative of those who are helping you to identify paperweights. And also make sure you're looking them over very carefully. I just happen to have one sitting right here. Make sure that you're checking it over, for scratches, bruises, cracks, because you want to detail everything in your description. And when you're showing your paperweight, buy it now listings, you want to make sure that you have all of the photos. And when you're live, if you're doing a live show, you want to make sure that you're showing everything. You just want to make sure that you're going over everything, because we attract a lot of collectors for these events. And so please make sure that you are definitely just representing them to the best of your ability. Okay. All right. Yes, Paperweight Heaven is a wonderful group on Facebook. If you are utilizing them, like I said, just be respectful. Make sure that you are appreciative to the experts in there for help. Rooster was not amazing. Peter actually helped me idea as AVEM, if that's what we're talking about. Are we talking about that rooster? I'm assuming. I didn't know. I actually missed the beginning, but I assumed it was the rooster. Let's see. Just reading through here real quick to see. Following that, it's not in here, so I'm just going to add this in. Following this meeting, I would usually have my meeting with district. We are updating our homepage. So we are going to, it might actually be this evening. I'm not sure if we're going to do the switch today or this evening, but we are, yes. And I talked about it a little bit a couple weeks ago. It might have been last week or the week before, but I designed the current page. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it per se, but also I took a little web design in college, but it was like a class. I am not an expert on web design. I don't know, like when somebody comes to our page, what is the buyer behavior? Where are they going to click? What are they going to do? Like that is not my expertise. And so, when you have a website that is doing millions and millions of dollars in business, I feel like I'm not the one who should have designed it, and I'm not the one who should be designing it. And so, so we're doing a little bit of an update, just to better serve people who are visiting the website, to make sure that we have the buttons in the right spot, to try to make sure that, buyer behaviors, people coming in. Yeah. I can design a website. But a website that does this much business, this much traffic, I don't want to fail. I feel like I'm not equipped, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm not the one that should be responsible for this website. We need somebody who has gone to school for this, who understands all the behaviors and all of that. So we're going through another edit. And it will probably, it's not going to be huge. It's not going to be like a huge difference. So it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, what is this? It's just going to be like a few tweaks. Okay. Like, for instance, we have this huge banner on the front right now. That's probably going to go away. We don't need a huge banner. Like, people come to the site and it's like, oh, I've seen this banner a million times because I visit this website all the time. And it's just kind of taking up space that could be utilized for, oh, here's all these live sales that you could visit, but instead you're spending time scrolling down to go see what the live sales are. Whereas you could just access the site. There's the live sales. You could click on those. Do you know what I'm saying? So, stuff like that, stuff that I wouldn't really necessarily think about, but someone else would. So don't be surprised if you're like, whoa. Yeah. And the calendar hasn't been updated because we're making changes and we don't want to interfere with any potential changes. Okay. So there you go. Oh, yeah, right. I was like, wait, what? Giant chin. Yeah, that was great, wasn't it? Yeah, so Seller Insight went a little haywire and started bashing people, and I was like, yeah, let's just get rid of that. So that's why Seller Insight disappeared, because the AI just went rogue. It was kind of like a prequel to what's going to happen a few years from now when AI just starts turning on everybody. And well, we all know how that we've all seen that movie, is basically what I'm saying. And this was the prequel. So anyway, we don't have Seller Insights anymore, and I'm afraid to turn them back on because it was turning on our sellers and making fun of them. Yeah. I'm not sure what you mean. The Seller Insight tab, the Seller Insights that we had, like previously, it would it would tell you like, oh, this was a great sale. Yeah, the Seller Insights that were generated by AI, I think, is what you're talking about. We had like a thing that was like written up by AI, and it was like, oh, this sale did really good. This is what's selling well. This is, this seller did really well in their sale. Well, it kind of like turned on everyone, and instead it was like, oh, this seller didn't do very well, and this seller could have done a better job, and this seller blah 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 blah. And so it kind of went bad, and so we turned it off. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But I was like, ooh, I don't like that. Yes, that's a weird, that's, yeah. Yeah, it was throwing shade. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But those Seller Insights, those weren't written by me. That was AI, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, Seller Insights, that wasn't me. Let's be clear. That was AI. That wasn't me. Yeah, that was the AI. The ones in I'm confused what you guys are talking about. Seller dashboard. Insights. Oh, you're talking about like insights? Like when you go to Seller dashboard and you're going to insights. You guys don't have those anymore? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Though. Okay. No, I'm talking about the ones that were in the chat channel that were seller insights. Are you talking about the leaderboard? Because if you're talking about the leaderboard, I was thinking about possibly bringing that back. And that was a discussion. Yeah, we got rid of the leaderboard because we had other marketplace owners reaching out to our top buyers and sellers. They were using our leaderboard to mine um, leads for their marketplaces. Leaderboard is still there. Okay, all right. Yeah, I turned it off and it didn't actually go away, so that didn't work. Okay, so it's still there. It's now called rankings. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. It's still there anyway. So, all right, let me get back to our notes. Let's see. We're gonna go to shout outs and reminders. Thank you for keeping our community strong. Let's talk about that for a moment. We've been doing amazing the past 2 weeks, just from an insights perspective. You guys know I wake up in the morning, I get my coffee, I go into insights, and I look at how we're doing. These past 2 weeks have just been amazing, as far as sales numbers, collectively. As far as new members, we've seen an influx of new members. Price point per sale. Our average order value is at $16.86 per order, which I think is amazing. So that means like every order that sells on Niknax has an average of $16.86, which is pretty crazy. You think of all the everyone was worried. Oh my gosh, they're starting it at $1. But when you consider 1686 is the average Niknax sale. That's pretty awesome. Our numbers are just they're crazy right now. We're doing really, really well, and I would encourage everybody, as we're going into, are we going into another quarter? I guess maybe I'm not even keeping track. But as we're going into the spring, and that was one of my things is like tax returns. We're gonna see a rise. Oh, I can add coffee, absolutely. I kept saying like, just wait, tax returns, guys, come on. Hang on. I left Hank out when I left the house. I was just making sure that Alexis got him inside because he doesn't have his collar on. All right, let's see. Coffee is going in now. Okay, there is the coffee. All right. Yeah, so anyway, so we're seeing this huge influx. I just want to encourage you guys, like when you're in your sales, energy is everything. Energy is everything. Sometimes we go. I'm on the back end and I'm watching sales, and the energy level is like, as a seller, we talked about this with our seller spotlight sales. Like you're selling yourself. Remember that you're live. Your energy. You are selling yourself. And so when you have low energy, when you're not feeling it, it's hard for people to get into it. Amy's energy is like everything. Everyone go watch Amy's sales. Yeah, your energy is everything. You got to bring the energy. You gotta, you're not just selling the items, you are selling yourself. And so as we're going into this season, as we're seeing this this upward trend, I would just encourage you as sellers, if you're live selling, be enthusiastic, have that energy. And maybe if even if you're not feeling it, even if maybe you're not having sales, just bring the energy, bring the energy. And then people are going to remember like, oh, I love that energy, and then they're going to come back. And who knows, maybe you're going to make this sale next time. But, you just got to have the energy. You got to feel it. You got to be there. There's been some sales where I have not been, and you guys could tell. You're like, oh, she's not feeling it, so I get it. You got to show up. You got to be there. I think I lost my notes. There we go. So yeah, look, she put energy right underneath in the notes, and I hadn't even read that yet. Energy, 2 exclamation points. Oh shoot. Yeah, and be reminded. Oh man, don't want to see that on my. Sorry. Something sad showed up on my Facebook. I'm like, Dad, right now. Be promoting. Remember to be promoting. Be promoting. Anywhere you can. Be promoting on Facebook. Be promoting. We're trying to do more promoting on Facebook on the Niknax page. So if you're not following Niknax on Facebook, make sure you go give Niknax a follow. We're trying to do more sharing of the live streams over on Niknax. So occasionally you guys might see like that you're being shared on Facebook. We're sharing more live streams over to the Facebook, the Niknax Facebook. Remember that you can utilize the discount features. We've talked about that a few weeks in a row. You have your discount codes. We've talked about maybe if you have like a physical booth somewhere, you can incorporate little cards with a discount code, like, oh, check out, like what you see here, check out my online listings, here's a discount code, stuff like that. And the offers, if you have people watching your items, you can always send them offers. That's a great tool. Reminder, we have Carlisle Antique Fest May 8th through the 10th. May 8th through the 10th. We have been getting a ton of new vendors applying, which has been awesome. I think a lot of the the marketing around that, the humble pie. And by the way, does anyone want a tote? The humble pie marketing is working. And so as a result, we've been getting a lot of new vendors. But if you're interested in possibly being a vendor at Carlisle Antique Fest, we are still accepting vendors for handmade, antiques, vintage, all sorts of unique finds. And you can always come and shop. It's going to be awesome. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I did add digital tickets to the site. We had them there. We took them off. I added them back on. I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe, we had a few purchased. And I was like, okay, maybe I should just do cash at the gate. And then I put them back on because we're going to just get the scanners. So if you would like to pre-purchase your tickets, you can do that at Carlisle Antique Fest on Eventany. You can buy your tickets ahead of time. Those are available if you're just going to do some shopping. And the tickets are good for the whole weekend. So if you do early bird, if you want to do the early bird, you pay $25 on Friday, and then it's good Saturday and Sunday. And we're gonna get to. I only did the totes so far, and I was thinking about maybe doing shirts. Maybe I should do shirts. I was just gonna do. A lot of people suggested tote bags because parking is free. So the way the fairgrounds is set up is you arrive, you go through the gates. That is where you will pay at the gate. They'll like pull up with your car and they'll be like, hey, how many? And then you'll get your bracelets, which is what you need to walk around. So you say like, oh, I got 2 people. Okay, here's 2 bracelets. And then you're going to go proceed to the parking. And then they're just going to park in rows. So then you just park and then you walk in. But there's not a parking fee. Yeah, they're like Bakelite bracelets. Yeah, we got Bakelite bracelets for everyone. Just kidding. I shouldn't say that out loud because then everyone's going to show up expecting Bakelite bracelets. No, they're not. They're just regular. I don't know. It's so funny. I look around because I have a bunch on my bag that I wear because I don't usually put them on my wrist. I put them on my bag, and I normally have like a whole stack of them on my bag, but I don't have. Annette, I never heard another word from Annette, which is crazy to me because I did hear from somebody else who said that Annette actually bullied her for a really long time, to the point where Annette created other fake profiles to bully her. Annette reached out to me. She did what she did, but she never followed up. I never got a follow-up. So I think she realized she'd met her match, maybe. So I guess maybe. Anyway, yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, so Carla, hopefully you guys can come and join us. It's gonna be a really fun time. I don't really know what else there's to say about that. I did kind of shrink the show field. Like, I've shrunk the show field, but now that we're getting more vendors, I'm like, are we gonna have to open up a little bit more? I'm gonna wait and see. I think we should have started it smaller to begin with and then opened it up. But I'm really excited to see this influx of people. I'm currently hey Sarah. Let's see, let me look. The last time I looked on Facebook, I think there was about 10,000 people interested in attending, which to me is kind of a wild number, because I think we have about 100, I'd say about 150 vendors. We had a few who said they couldn't attend after the fact, so we're right about 150. Okay, so we have 9,400 people interested in attending. And we have about 150 vendors. So yeah, I know. And that's just like on Facebook. Those are people who are like, I'm interested, I might come. So, I mean, even if we got half that, when I was talking to the folks at the fairgrounds, they're like, an event that size with 150 vendors, you're lucky if you get 1,000 people. So to have almost 10,000 people interested in attending, if we're at half that, we're like, we're doing really good, because normally an event with 150 vendors, you're lucky if you have 1,000 people show up. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be, I'm so stoked. It's going to be crazy. Our vendors who are signed up, you better have stuff stashed under the tables, because you're going to be like, to any sellers, let me double check with the fairgrounds on that. Let me double check with the fairgrounds. Because I know that we have our, we have some sort of thing, but I'm not sure what it is. Andrew has all that, but let me get back. I have to write that down, otherwise I'm gonna forget. License. And I think it varies by state too. Planning West Coast next year. All right, I wrote that down. I'll get back to you on that, Sandy. I'm afraid of running out. Like I said, just load the extra stuff, have it stashed under the table. Let's see. All right. So next, let's see my notes. Thank you. Oops, I accidentally got off the notes. Okay. Oh shoot. Hang on. Stand by. You're gonna Jenga. Oh shoot. I did want to mention that if you are a vendor and you need tables, I did add the table application also to Eventini. So you can now order tables through Eventini. The fairgrounds told me that we need to take the table orders and then convey those orders to them, which I was not aware of. I thought that they took the table orders, but I was informed that no, we take the table orders and give them the table orders. So now you can order your tables through Eventini if you need tables. And then we'll just pass that along to the fairgrounds. All right, let me get, oh shoot. I'm never gonna get back to these notes. I have too many Facebook pages. Okay. Back to my personal page. What time is it? All right, we still have a half hour. Okay. You know who has packing a car down pretty good is George, the antique nomad. Seeing that man pack a car for a show is insane. All right, let's move down here, you guys. I wanted to remind everyone, this is something I actually talked to District about last week. Let me see if I have it on these notes. Okay, please, if you are having issues with anything on District, like say you're having payment issues or you're having login issues, the way that you report those issues is you send an email to support@district.net. You do not shake the phone. Okay. If you have payment issues or login issues and you shake the phone to report that, it does not go to the right place. Shaking the phone is for technical issues. Like something isn't working on the screen that you are on. Like, hey, I'm in this live sale. Something's not, I can't bid. You shake the phone. Shaking the phone is only for technical issues. Or getting exercise. Absolutely. All right. That is the only thing. Crystal, I would say to email support. Have you emailed them or did you just shake it in? Because I would definitely send an email. I'm going to write that down actually for my meeting next. Okay. All right. I will bring that up. Yeah. So I'm getting reports that people are not getting a prompt response from district support, but then after looking into it, I come to find out they're not reporting their issues the correct way. For instance, they're shaking in a report that needs to be emailed. So please, like I said, if you're having issues with payments, with logging in, with anything like that, you need to email support@district.net. Okay. Technical stuff from around the marketplace, if like something's not working on the screen or like, you can't bid, something like that, then shake it in. Okay. You can also email about technical issues. Okay. I mean, when in doubt, email. Okay. But be careful when shaking in issues. That's what I'm saying to you. Okay. Okay. Community@niknax.net. You can message us about issues with buyers, issues with sellers, issues around the community, stuff like that. We kind of just take note of it. We may not respond to you, but we will take note, and it helps us react to certain things happening around the marketplace. React to certain things happening around the marketplace. We have so events we have coming up. Our events are not updated on the website because, like I said, we are getting a new website, but they are in the event calendar. So if you go, let me show you guys real quick. If you go to community here, and then you go to calendar of events, and then you go to here, 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 here. I'll click here. We'll see what happens. Oh, March. Okay. We have Peak of the Week and Better Together Finds and Friendship Wednesday. Here. Art Hangouts. Let's De-Stash Train. Happening. So this is this week. Next week, we have... When is our Fast Friday Freight? Isn't that... Oh, that's next week, the 27th. We are having our... Celestial event, right? Celestial event, I think so. Yes. Okay. So that is a peek at our event calendar. Once we get the updated website, we will update that on the website. There is a tab for events, and we will get that all fixed and straightened out. And you could just go to the events tab, click on that, and you'll see the calendar, and it'll all be updated. Okay. All right. That makes sense. Let's see. Upcoming events. We've got Fast Friday Freight on the 27th. Celestial sheets will go out today or tomorrow. And then Paperweight Extract in April. Okay. Everybody good? Everybody happy? We got that? And that's it. That's all we got for news. That is everything. So, does anyone have any questions? I have a few minutes for questions. I've got pen here somewhere to write things down. My pen disappeared. Oh, I got it. Oh wait, there's my pen. What? This angle? Oh wait, is it a weird angle? What's wrong with the angle? Okay. Can we get yes? So the totes are online. I do have the totes. They're on Bonfire. Questions, announcements, celebrations. No, there is no app yet for buyers. There is an app for sellers, but not buyers. Let's see. What do you prefer? Square. Oh, a preferred way to take cards? Usually use Square. Oh, for payment. I'm not sure. That's a good question. Am I having a big weekend sale at the... Oh, that's a good question. I didn't really think about that. I guess not. It wasn't even on my radar. So probably going to skip April, actually. I've got so much other things like going on that for some reason, it wasn't even on my... You just reminded me that maybe I would do that. And I think at this point, we're too far into it to make it happen. But I'm also back to having Tuesday sales. So I feel like that's helping me keep stuff moving. You know what I mean? And I do have a sale today. Use Square. Cash is king. Thank you. It's my Coraline shirt. Okay. Uh-oh. Christina's coming in. Nobody's going to hear it. Listen, if you're over on Facebook or YouTube, Christina is talking. I'm not just sitting here staring into space. In theory, yes. You could, but that's a lot. Okay, I'm not going to be able to summarize that. Yeah. Yeah, if you ever want to hear the voice come in, you just got to be over here on Niknax.net, because if you're on Facebook or YouTube or watching the replay, you don't get to hear what Christina's got to say. Sorry, guys. Yeah. All right, cool. So that just was basically having to do with events, because that's Christina's thing. She's the event lady person. She does all that and much, much more. Much, much more. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so basically Claudine would just like an announcement when the choosing is done. So that way anyone who isn't chosen knows that, oh, I wasn't picked this time around. Which I think, I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I think that works. All right, cool. All right. Does anyone else have any more questions? Once the wheel has spoken. I like it. We should try Calendly for events. I think we've have we done that? What is Calendly? I don't know what that is. Oh, is that like a calendar? Canadian Niknax Antique Fest. I don't know. I mean, I've been to Canada one time and it was good, but I think I'm gonna stay this side of the border. I like it here. I don't know, something about being stopped at the border and like I don't know. I'll just hang out here. Um, let's see. Do I ever go out of the country sourcing? I mean, I've been out of the country many times. I think I've only been sourcing like what? And that was like right when I was transitioning from metal detecting into crazy lamp lady. And so I was like, yeah, it might be fun to go to an antique mall. And that was really the gist of it. And then I didn't really go back over there. Um yeah, you have to get approval for any fundraising. That is part of our rules that any fundraising has to get approval. Um, so send us a message, I guess. Okay. I like pistachio ice cream. Here she comes. Or maybe she forgot. Do you know that you have your microphone? I'm like, oh, here she comes. Oh, shoot. How did I meet Christina? I met Christina on Whatnot, actually. Um, yeah, and I loved her vibe. I loved her energy. And then when I started Niknax, we were doing our launch, and it was like, who should be in our launch? And I was like, you know what? That moon sky. I really like her vibe. Let's invite her to be in our launch. Yeah, yeah. And then after a while, I was like, I need somebody to do these events because it's not me. I'm not good at that. I was like, I think Christina is good at that, and I'm gonna see if she wants to do that. Yep, that's kind of how that went down. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Oh man, she does have a lot of energy. Yes, she does. She's like, I'm leaving now. When will the paperweight sign up be posted? Yeah, we need to establish a date. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be glass. Yeah, doesn't have to be glass paperweights. I mean, I think Sam and Adam just found a really cool lucite one I saw on Facebook. It's pretty neat. Christina, I know everyone watching the replay probably didn't hear, but Christina did say towards the end of April is when we're gonna probably pick a date. Every stone might work. I know. I'm gonna have Laurel out in the backyard and be like, Laurel, go find some stones for mommy's paperweights now. How many times do I thrift per week? I have cut back on how many times I go out and source per week. I used to go every single day, and then I would go like twice a week. It really just depends. It really depends. Will there be an all a gas gallery? A glass I think so. We should. Shoot. What is it? Okay. um, so the paperweight sale will likely be at the end of April, and so sign up will be probably I don't know how soon. She's not really leaving. I keep asking questions. That's the problem. How far in advance to an event do we do the signups? Okay, starting the process next week. Um, three 3 days. Okay, she's leaving for reals. Yeah, so we'll probably do a 3-day event, 30-minute time slots. Um, yeah, and it'll be towards the end of April, and that'll be that. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm they're growing. They're getting closer to the blue line, and I'm feeling good about it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the next time we have a paperweight sale, they have to be at the blue line, and we're like a little early for that, but it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Anyway, I need to pop off of here because I have another meeting soon. But like I said, don't be surprised if you guys see a new site design here whenever you pop on later. Like I said, it's not going to be anything crazy. You're just going to be like, oh, that's different. But it's not going to be like anything wild. So don't be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this, and then you're like, oh, that's not really that different. But there will be a couple changes. So, um, yeah, and I have a sale later today at 4 p.m. Eastern. It is preloaded, be on for like an hour and a half. Got some cool stuff, and I'm excited to hang out with you guys. So if you want to come hang out with me, I invite you. If you're over on Facebook or YouTube, you got to be on Niknax.net in order to participate in my sale. So don't be hanging out over there. Come and hang out with me. And I would love to. Who gets the who gets the raid win? That's so funny. I did not. Oh, there she is again. We do have a seller channel for seller questions. Yes. Yes. Also, question. Did you have what was the question? Are you going to do as far as live streams at Antique Fest, here's what I'm thinking real quick before I do hop off of here. When I went this one year to Springfield, Ohio for the Springfield Extra, Whatnot had a booth there, and they had this huge setup and they had like this table and they invited sellers who had been shopping to come and actually live sell their things from the booth. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I was thinking of maybe having something similar. I thought that might be fun. I don't know that. I haven't like committed to that idea, but I thought that that might be something cool. Yes, yes, yes. So we'll see. I know what not boo. But anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of in my mind. It would be between building T and building Y. Like if you look at the map, I'll show you guys real quick. Since I have you here, I do have to pop off. I do have that meeting in 10 minutes. I'll show you the map real quick and just give you guys an idea for what it's looking like. Let's see. Just give me 1 second to sign on, and it's actually marked on the map now. I don't know if we'll do a train for the duration. I mean, that's kind of how they did it, but I'm not that. That's not. I'm not that organized. not, that's not really. All right, let me turn you guys around. All right, so here. So it would be right here. Niknax. We're gonna have a booth right here. So that's where that would be. So there it is. I'm gonna put it. This is building Y. This is unavailable. Oh wait, is that building Y? Yeah, this is building Y, and they're gonna be using that for storage and stuff, so it's not open. But this is building T down here. So right between building Y and building T, the food court is over here, and the pavilions are over here. So it's just this nice little walkthrough, and it's a great opportunity to have like just something in here to anchor it. You know what I mean? So I thought that would be a great idea to have that in here. And I think when I did talk to the fairgrounds, we're going to put a food truck or two in there as well to make it all, I don't know, just keep it lively in between the buildings. So, all right. So I guess I will, is there a direct way to get to a map? Yeah, I hate this software. I would never recommend this for any. They have like, I keep getting this thing that's like, refer people and earn. And I'm like, I'm never referring anyone to this. This is the worst software I've ever used for anything. Yeah, so I honestly, I couldn't tell you how to get to the map. I think after this event, I don't think we would ever use this software ever again. It's the worst. Um, so unfortunately, that's exactly how I get to the map. I have to go through my application to get to the map. So, yeah. And we've talked then like it's the same between our conversations with them too. Like it's just like I feel like every time we're like, well, how do we do this? And they're like, unfortunately, you can't do that. And I'm like, but it just seems like it's a common sense. They're like, no, we don't have that available. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So anyway. All right. I'm gonna hop off of here. And it's absolutely maddening. It's so maddening. The girls even said the girls are so funny. They're like, "We told you you should have shopped around before." I'm like, guys, okay, listen. We needed a software. The guy was really nice when he showed me the software. Like, basically, Shelby and Sage get the "I told you so" on me because I was like, this is a great software. It's going to be amazing. And then now they're like, we should have shopped around, Jocelyn. And I'm like, ugh. The 20 somethings get to tell me that, yeah, I should have shopped around. But you know what? Here we are. It works. It's working. It works. We have to do it the hard way. Sometimes, it takes a little longer to get things done. But it's working. It's going to work. And that's all that matters. So, yeah. That's as long as it's working and we're gonna pull off this event, that's really all that matters, right? So anyway, let me raid over. Let's see who's gonna get our raid today. I know it was Annette. She's the well, we're gonna just blame everything on Annette. All right, let's go and see. Amy's live. We were talking about Amy and her energy and how amazing it is. She's having a sale right now. So, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I did this the other day and I thought this was really fun. I am just going to end it and you guys are going to go on a scatter raid, which means like some of you will end up somewhere and some of you will end up somewhere. And like, I thought that was really fun. So, that way we can kind of like just bless everybody and just like, give them all a little bit. I think that, yeah, that was really fun when we did that the other day. So let's do that. Let's go on a scatter raid. So some of you will end up in different sales, but I think that'll be a lot of fun. So we're going to sprinkle the love. And here we go. So everybody have a wonderful day. Maybe I'll see you at 4 o'clock. And